Hello Vampire Counts. I am finally finished with this Zombie Dragon and Vampire Lord. It's called a TerrorGheist and a Lich King in the Flesh Eater Quartz. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out with the iridescent paint, and I'll explain at the end of the video, if you stick with me, what I did to fix my epic fail that I had with iridescent paint at first. But I really like the way it reacted and made the purple very iridescent and the blue very iridescent. So it's Martian green. It's a purple and green mixture of iridescent paints. And apparently the green, although I see like the purple kind of sheen to it. So I guess the purple reacted mostly with the blue and the purple. And then the green reacted with the armor, gave it a dingy look. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And I can't take credit for this. The way the person painted it with the different colors of metallic paint is just awesome. Silver around the neck, the chalice is gold, the skull on the staff is copper. They just, on these skulls are copper with silver chains. And look at the detail that he did on this shield. Is just absolutely immaculate. Just beautiful with that kind of blackish metallic. And look at how the bones and everything turned out with the metallic paint. Really cool looking. I like that effect when you have like a skin tone or bone tone with iridescent paint. It looks just awesome. I did some touch-ups on the rocks, so they're a little less blue. As I talked about in my other video. So I really like that one. And then these are TerrorGheists, and the green really reacted with the teal colored paint and also the shade that I used. And kind of a purple tinge to it. To the wings on the gray part, which I'm okay with. Yeah, change from being gray to purple is, you can still see the gray underneath the wings, which is kind of cool because it makes the top of the wings look different than the bottoms. So that's kind of an effect you want. And then I'm really happy with this guy because of the Arteco green paint that I used. Or teal paint, just looks absolutely awesome. Very iridescent. And then this one is the least iridescent, probably because of more of the, well, even this arm should be very iridescent. I probably just didn't spray this one as well. Now you can see some iridescence there. So a real subtle effect on this one. It had more white in it, which gives you more of a pearlescent. He's actually more pearlescent in the back than he is in the front. And I could spray him again to get more iridescent effect, but I'll probably just leave it. I like the way his face looks. That looks like pearlescent in his abdomen. Not at all bad. And at some point, I got to be done with these guys, right? Although I can never be done. I can always go back and touch up some things like his horn there where there's some black paint that wasn't done by me. And I see that I missed underneath these things that I constructed out of green stuff. Some of these are green underneath. I can see that I missed that. And I could go back, although it's not bad that it's reflecting green when the bases were painted with Death Road Forest. And I also used Army Painter Fanatic Gray, thin real much to be like a layer effect on the stones. Okay, so how did I recover from this epic fail? And it's not under gaming, it's under the category of painting, where I put this video if you want to see it, how my paint precipitated. What I ended up doing was adding the paint that I had diluted the regular way that I always show with thinner and flow improver. I just ended up adding that to the other paint in the siphon tube for the airbrush, and it automatically dissolved again in water. Less alcohol, a mixture of alcohol and water, it dissolved in it and became where I could paint with it again. I probably painted more iridescent, at least on these three, more iridescent than I normally would, but I like the effect. I will probably actually spray them longer. I was kind of preaching that less was more, but sometimes more is more, right? Okay, I actually like that. I got a good multiple coats on it. I think it turned out really well. So let me know what you think. Next thing I'll probably work on is from Cursed City, maybe that werewolf dude that gives a whole bunch of buffs to dire wolves. I'll probably work on him and then work on some dire wolves will be my next thing. I bought that Cursed City set because it came with a bunch of models that were really expensive for like one price, you know, so it was worth it. And plus I have a new game I can play with these things, right? This guy is in some of the expansions of the game. These guys are in some of the expansion of the game. So that was a really good thing to get into Cursed City, and maybe we'll enjoy a board game as much as we enjoy a war game. I don't know. Thank you, Vampire Counts. Please leave any comments, any questions that you have. I appreciate the views. Please check your subscription status. I noticed that I was much higher on subscriptions than I currently am, and I think YouTube kind of reverses some of those subscriptions, so you have to constantly check your status. I know it happens to me, people I subscribe to. I go back in and I'm unsubscribed to them again, and it wasn't what I did, and it was something that YouTube did. Thank you, Vampire Counts.